What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the release. We are officially doing the 100th episode. It's been 5 to 6 months in the making. We have myself, David, and Jordan here. Our schedules finally aligned to the specific day, November 12th. So I thank you guys so much for coming. Thank you to Church on Quincy for letting us use the factory. Once again, thank you, Noah, for helping me set up the camera because I have no clue what I'm doing. And thank you, Joel, because he's in the back doing all the tech stuff. But we're officially going to get this started. So we have two big things planned for you today. Number one, we're going to do an all-time player draft. Myself, David, and Jordan, we're going to draft 10 players all time in their primes. We're gonna put them into 2K and we're gonna see whose team does the best. Number two, we're gonna play a game of defend and destroy. You might have seen it on overtime. We're gonna do a prompt and then we're gonna do a little tournament of defend and destroy. But without further ado, let's get straight to it. So the draft order is Jordan, myself, and then David, all right? We're gonna do a snake draft, 10 players each. So without further ado, with the first pick in the release 100th episode draft, Jordan selects
Michael Jordan.
Good pick. With the second pick of the release draft, I'm picking none other than LeBron James. Ooh. LeBron James. That's prime LeBron James in 2K2. That's a 99 overall.
With the third pick in the draft, I select Shaquille O'Neal. Magic Johnson.
Kobe Bean Bryant.
Hakeem Olajuwon. And with my third pick, I'm picking Tim Duncan.
Damn! Whoa! Darn! That was my next pick.
Nikola Jokic.
Oh. Larry Bird. Kevin Durant.
Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
I'm gonna pick Stephen Curry. Kawhi Leonard.
Damn! My next pick, I select Giannis Antetokounmpo. There we go.
Okay.
Allen Iverson. Wilt Chamberlain.
I picked David Robinson.
I'm picking Kevin Garnett. Jerry West.
I'm picking Russell Westbrook.
Joel Embiid. Tracy McGrady.
With my next pick, I picked Dwayne Wade.
Chris Paul. And my other pick, I'm picking Anthony Davis.
I picked Dr. J, Julius Erving.
Dirk Nowitzki.
Yeah.
Steve Nash.
Yes.
Isaiah Thomas.
I'm selecting Bill Russell. Grant Hill. That's gonna be my 10th pick.
Oh my God. Yeah. Grant Hill?
Yes, sir.
Well, listen, look, we'll put the teams up on the screen. You guys let us know who you think's gonna win in the comments. But now we're gonna switch it over to 2K, see who wins in the simulation. All right, y'all. So this is the end of year one. We're gonna do 4 seasons to see who has the best squad. So I, David Ramos of the Montreal Saints, David Pameter is the Vancouver Grizzlies, and Jordan is the Seattle Supersonics. So we see that the Vancouver Huskies are the best team in the NBA so far. They finished 80-2, while Jordan and I both finished 78-4. So great season so far, but the Huskies take this one first. So now we're going to pause the simulation. We're going to simulate the next year, and then we'll see how it goes the second year. All right, guys, and we just finished the second season. We see the Huskies beating the Saints again. Also beating Seattle in that first round again. It has just been brutal out here. The Huskies are killing us. It's looking like Pameter put the best team together, but you know, right now he finished with the best record in the league again. It was just, man, he's whooping us. I can't wait to see how years 3 and 4 pan out. Alright, so I want to do 2 experiments. The first one being that I want to have all of us in the same conference to see how that pans out. And the second experience, I want to do just the Huskies alone in the West. And then I'll move the Supersonics and the Saints over to the East to see how Jordan and I do against each other one-on-one. Alright, y'all, we just saw the Vancouver Huskies win for a 3rd year straight. Jordan got to the semis again against the Huskies, and he beat me out in the second round. I can't believe it. So next up, I'm just going to switch the conferences around again. So it's just going to be me and the Huskies, and then Jordan's going to be in the East. I kind of switched it up because me and Jordan saw what would happen there. So now I want to see what would happen if it was just me and David, and then Jordan pretty much has a guaranteed finals run. I can't wait to see how this is going to pan out. I'm not going to lie to y'all. I forgot to put Jordan in a separate conference, so now we're just going to get a repeat of last season, but I still can't wait to see how it goes. All right, guys, so there we have it. Year 4 is done. We finally see David take an L, but we don't see me take a W. I made the finals twice. Jordan made the finals once, and he won. So David went 3-0 in the finals. I went 0 for 2, and Jordan went 1-0. So the winner of the draft is clearly David Pamitzer. Second is Jordan, and third is myself, sadly. But thank you guys so much for watching this segment. Now we're going to move on to Defend and Destroy. Alright, so now it's time to play Defend and Destroy. So what we're going to do is we're going to have a prompt given to us by the person that's sitting. It's going to be King's Court style. It's basically our job to defend it or destroy it. So Jordan's in the defending position. I'm in the destroying position, alright? Pause.
Hey, yo.
Pause.
Yeah, you know what?
We're just going to redo that.
You should keep that in, that's fine.
So right now, Jordan is going to defend it and I'm going to destroy it. So David, you're going to give us just a random prompt off the list.
Luka is the best player in the NBA.
So Jordan, you have 30 seconds starting 3, 2, 1.
All right, yeah, Luka's the best player in the world just because he's the best offensive player in the league. He's the best scorer in the league. He could score on all levels. He probably has the best bag in the league. He could post up. He could get just unstoppable. Playmaking-wise, he's like a top 3 passer in the game. He's also been one of the best playoff performers in the last 5 years. I mean, he is a guy, like, if you put him on an average team, he could elevate that team to new heights. Even if it's, even with random role players like he did on, like, 2020, 2 years ago, he's just unstoppable.
And time's up. So, I'm going to start in 3. It's my job to destroy now. 3, 2, 1. You talk about Luka being on an average team, but he is on an average team, and where are they right now? Don't get me wrong, they're winning games, but in the playoffs, when that time comes, they are an early exit. Sure, he's a great playoff performer, but he can't elevate his team to win in the playoffs. Number 2, he's a atrocious defender, one of the worst that we have in the league for sure. And you want to call this guy even top 5? I find that personally ludicrous. Because someone in top 5 needs to be able to do it all, and Luka cannot do that. Time is up. David, you're the judge, bro. David, what do you think about that?
I'm gonna go with Ramos.
Ah! All right, so what's going to happen is I'm going to stay in the destroy position, pause, and then David, you're going to come on, you're going to defend the next take. Next up, so I currently have 1. We're going to do first to 3 points, all right? So I have 1 point against Jordan. Now, David is in the defending position. I am going to destroy whatever take it is. So Jordan, give us a random topic from the list.
Paul George is a top 75 player of all time.
All right, David, you're going to start in 3, 2, 1, go.
Oh, where do I start with Paul George? Back in his Indiana days, man, I remember him dropping a casual 40 on the Raptors like it was nothing. Every single day, every single game, 40 points, 40 points, 40 points. Went to the Eastern Conference Finals, I believe, against LeBron. Obviously, you know, LeBron ran the East, but Paul George is just one of the smoothest players. He's got one of the nicest bags in the league, just constantly smooth. You know, it is what it is.
It is what it is. All right, and I'm going to start in 3, 2, 1. Now, you talk about sauciness. Don't get me wrong. Paul George is a very smooth Erykah Badu type guy, all right? But don't get me wrong. But listen, he has no rings, no accolades, no nothing. The best he's ever gotten to an accolade was being top 3 DPOI and MVP ratings. He has won nothing in his life. Cool, he's an all-star. Guess who else is an all-star? Jeff Teague, and he's not top 75. So listen, he's a great player, don't get me wrong, but a player like Paul George, no accolades, no nothing, can't be top 75. Jordan, who do you think won that?
I think the argument pro Paul George is better.
Damn! Damn, so David won that argument, so we're going to get Jordan back on here. Your topic is LeBron James is the GOAT. All right, David, you're defending. Jordan, you're destroying. David, starting 3, 2, 1.
LeBron is the most complete player we have ever seen play the game. That man has ran the East 8 times in a row. Like, even though he's got 4 rings, he's lost a little bit more in the finals. It's just his team, you know. But LeBron is just highest scoring player of all time, top 10 in assists, probably top 10 in rebounds. He's just the most complete player. Can finish, can pass, can defend. He's the most player you want.
Time's up.
I mean, Michael Jordan is the greatest player of all time because he's a greatest scorer of all time. He also is plays a lot more off ball, which is something that LeBron is struggling to do throughout his career and be effective. more diverse scorer, and also his weaknesses aren't as bad as LeBron. LeBron's weaknesses as a mid-range shooter throughout 2007 to 2011 costed his team playoff series. No one's ever said, hey, Michael Jordan, I'm gonna let you shoot an open jumper. They did say that to Michael. They did say that to LeBron James. And you can't be the GOAT if people are able to do that. All right.
Time's up.
What is semi?
Yeah, yo, Jordan won that one still. I'm giving that one to Jordan.
For real?
Yeah, I gotta give that one to Jordan.
Okay.
The score is currently 1-1-1. It's first and 3. David, give us a prompt, please.
Tim Duncan is the GOAT.
Already 3, 2, 1. Tim Duncan, where do I start? My favorite NBA player of all time, greatest scorer to ever walk this earth, soon to be a great, great coach. Tim Duncan, 5 rings, Defensive Player of the Year, MVPs. This guy has done it all, and he's been the leader of every single squad. And top 5 player of all time, no question. But the GOAT, I think he's got it in the bag. Nobody else is more complete than Tim Duncan.
How could Tim Duncan be in the GOAT conversation when he has the worst peak out of any top 12 player? Hakeem has a better peak, MJ has a better peak, LeBron has a better peak, Kobe has a better peak. So to me, how can you be the GOAT when your highs aren't even that high? Yes, he has longevity, but his offense, he was only elite offensively for 10 years of his career. So half of his career, he was a second or third offensive player on his teams. That's something that Kobe, LeBron, Hakeem, and Shaq have never had the luxury of doing.
I'm sorry, that's ludicrous, bro.
Whoa.
Hey.
I gotta hand it to Jordan. Gotta give it to him.
Go, come back. Your topic is the Dallas Mavericks are the champions this year. Your time starts in 3, 2, 1.
All right. As David said before, Luka is the best offensive player ever. Or this season, I'll say. So him and Kyrie are going to bring the Mavericks to their championship. You got defense in Derek Lively, who is pretty good as a rookie. You know, they got a good supporting cast. They got offense and defense, a better combination of that now. You can see it right now as the start of the season. What are they, like 7-2, 7-3?
Time up. Jordan, you're gonna destroy in 3, 2, 1.
The reason why the Mavs aren't winning the championship is simply because of their lack of big man defense. There's no way in the West that you're going to be able to guard AD and Jokic with Derek Lively, a rookie. That's not going to happen. Also, while Luka has been dominant, he's also super ball dominant, which makes your offense more one-dimensional. So it allows for defenses to key in more on him and make other players' jobs harder. So for me, the lack of defense and Luka's ball dominance, yeah.
That's a difficult one still.
What's the verdict?
For sake of content, I gotta give it to David, man. Man.
Okay, all right.
All right. So I have 1, David has 2, and Jordan also has 2.
Dwight Howard's a top 75 player of all time.
David, you gotta defend it. I gotta destroy it. You start in 3, 2, 1. Dwight Howard's a top 75 player of all time.
Defensive player of the year. Basically like a mini Shaq when he came in the league.
Okay.
He made Orlando go to the finals and they lost. But you can't deny that his paint presence back in the day was insane. The man was like insane. Come on. Are you kidding me? All right, I'm done.
You're done? Okay. Yeah. He didn't even take the full time.
Kind of weak.
He didn't even take the full time. It's okay. So I'm gonna start in 3, 2, 1. I started late. You know who else has a lot of defensive player of the years? Rudy Gobert. Is Rudy Gobert top 75? Nowhere close, because Rudy Gobert sucks, all right? Now, don't get me wrong, great defender. So was Dwight Howard, amazing defender. But, like, there's a lot of guys that are also incredible defenders that will not ever be top 75. You have Tony Allen, amazing defender, not top 75. You have OG Anunoby, amazing defender, possibly defensive player of the year, not top 75. Marcus Smart, defensive player of the year, not top 75. Too many arguments to disprove. Jordan, without personal bias, select, because I know you think Dwight Howard's top 75, but who made that most compelling?
Who had the better argument?
He's top 50.
He is top 50.
But,
You're supposed to destroy that.
I did.
I'm gonna give it to Dave Rams.
Yes, bro.
Yeah, no,
All right, so
that's
it's 2-2-2. It comes down to me and Jordan for the finals.
Oh no, I lost it.
And our final prompt to see who wins is Steve Nash is better than Russell Westbrook. Jordan, your timer starts in 3, 2, 1.
For starters, Steve Nash is clear as Westbrook as an offensive player. Offensive IQ, shooting on all three levels, playmaking and decision making. He's a much better playoff performer, and he's shown that as a number one option, he's able to lead his team to deep playoff runs, which is something that Russ has struggled to do. He had Paul George and got outplayed by Damian Lillard. He also lost to rookie Donovan Mitchell. To me, when it just comes to his playmaking, his IQ, and decision making in the clutch, Steve Nash over Russ all day.
All right, and I'm going to start in 3, 2, 1. Jordan, I have 2 words for you. Triple double. All right, the most triple doubles of all time, and I don't want to hear anything about saying they were forced. All right, this is a point guard getting 10 plus rebounds, 10 plus assists, and 20 plus points a game, the majority of which were 30-point games. Don't we ever forget that he did that. He has a more dominant MVP year than Steve Nash, better defender than Steve Nash, and lest we forget, in his prime, was an above average shooter. So I don't want to hear nothing. David.
That was a good one.
Come closer to the camera so we can hear you. Who are you thinking is taking?
Gosh. That was insane. Those were 2 good arguments. But I think I'm gonna have to go with you.
Who's you?
You.
Okay, all right.
I have one. Defend or destroy. Amen. Thank you guys so much for watching
I'm still gonna win the draft.
the 100th episode
Yes, sir.
of the Release Podcast. Thank you guys so much for all the support that you've given us. We are on 3 years of this podcast, going on 4 in May. Man, I just want to thank every single one of you guys that watch our videos consistently. There's a couple youths in Singapore that watch our videos consistently. Like, I respect y'all so much.
Respect.
Listening on the Spotify. Listen, man, God bless y'all. Thank y'all so much.